Hello and welcome. I'm Jess Campman's guided by Equus, and this is your Horse Wisdom Insights for the week of May 17th. I'm out here in the space with these guys, and there's lots of grounding and just wanting to kind of take a breath, which seems like is part of all of these videos. But just take a breath because there's so much going on this week. It feels like we're being returned, something is being returned to us, and it's very central to actually calming our nervous system and helping us ground. And yet it feels right now like we're just in this big whirlwind. And yesterday I tried to do this video, but there was so many whirly winds that came through that I wanted to see what today brought. So I'm here in the space with these guys, and this feels like a much more compatible way to share this video. So I want to say the words, "Here I am," and that's actually what it feels like this week is entailing, is just here I am, present and centering myself in whatever it is that's showing up for each one of us in our lives right now. And this thing that feels like it's being returned to us, we have to be present for, because if we're trying to figure out or plan or sort things out or organize ourselves in all of this, we won't actually be able to be present for what it is that this thing is that is being returned to us. And what is this thing? For each one of us, it feels very different, but there is a full moon and an eclipse coming, and those herald in or usher in changes in our lives. And so this thing that's being returned to us actually feels very, it's like a gift that we gave outside of ourselves and is now being returned to us, is the best way I can say it. And while it might not show up in the way that we necessarily want it to, there's changes coming. And I'm going back to a couple weeks where I talked about rocking the boat, and we're trying to balance ourselves in the past and in the future. And yet this thing that's being returned to us alleviates is the word that's coming, almost alleviates the necessity for past or future, because it's just all about the right now. And that's where being able to be present for whatever it is that is showing up for us in our world will actually help us digest it in a way that just allows us to stay centered and receive the information and do something with it. But do something with it in a way that is grounded. So much love for myself and these guys, and I'm excited to see where May leads us and takes us. And stay tuned for more with the Guided by Equus herd. Hello and welcome. I'm Jess Campman's Guided by Equus, and I'm here with your Horse Wisdom Guided Insights for the week of May 23rd to 29th. Just taking a breath and wanting to share this in a new format so that I'm getting these videos out to you so that you can actually utilize them in a better way when they come before the week happens. And so this week is a support video for the midweek that we're in, as well as the support for the week that we're coming into. And so the week that we're coming into is May 23rd to 29th. And in the space that we're in right now, there's not a snowstorm, but we're getting snow in May. And yet the horse that actually has a shelter is Coast. And when I came out here to do this video, I felt drawn to him because this coming week feels very etheric-like, and if I go back to the previous week's insights, it was around something that is being returned to us. And so this thing that has been returned to us is going to bring us almost a sense of a greater way of knowing ourselves in the world, and like recognizing this vision that we've had for ourselves that we maybe brought into this life that we're living, that we got maybe sidetracked or sidelined away from, and yet we didn't, because those that which we were sidetracked away from, this deep knowing of this way of being in the world, was actually creating experiences for us to help us bring this way of being in integrity or integration, in an integrated state. Because this world that we live in is a world of duality, and there's the material realm, the physical realm, and the spiritual realm. And so Coast, I feel like, is an incredible reference for that. And his soul wisdom is rejoicing. And so to actually be able to embody the existence of our way of being in the world, we've had to experience everything from ups, downs, highs, lows, lefts, rights, the full encompass of it all, to bring it into the gift that we have come to bring to the world. And we bring that gift to the world when we are able to bring all of that which we've had the experience of, to create the, I want to say, sovereign wisdom that only we have had the experience of, and also connect to through this way of being, this vision for ourselves in our life, through our life. And so while that feels really kind of etheric, it actually makes a lot of sense, and the way to be able to utilize this or activate it within ourselves so that we actually can activate it outside into the world is by just embracing it and stepping into being with it. And how you step into being with it is by fully feeling it within yourself. Because if we become disconnected from it, then we cannot be the carrier of it or bring the capacity of it into the world with us. And so what is to come in the week of May 23rd to 29th is a way of being able to be receptive to it and be the bringer of it. And for many of us, that looks like a way of stabilizing ourselves with this gift that we have kind of reconciled and integrated within ourselves, which has taken much of our life to do, but isn't that what living is about? So I would love to hear your experience of this, and if this resonates for you, as always. And thank you for tuning in with me and my horses and joining me in this journey that is enriching and incredible through the experiences that it gives us. So much love from myself and Coast, and stay tuned for more Guided by Equus.